Guys, today I'm going to show you how to make mughlai beef curry. Any meat you can use, either you can use goat meat or you can use beef, you can use lamb, and with the bone it will be great. So I'm using this beef. First I'm going to cut some ginger, so I'm using like bunch of ginger. I have around 3 pound of beef, and for this I need like good amount of ginger and garlic. So ginger and garlic, so I'm gonna just chop them, like just roughly chop. So this is like around 3-4 inch. I can see ginger. You can use less if you want. And I'm using garlic also. I'm using around 12 clove of garlic. You know, garlic and ginger is the best. Very good for us, you know. So you can do two ways. You can like crush this ginger. Crush means like, you know, smash them, ginger and garlic, and use. But I'm going to make a paste. So ginger and garlic, put in the blender. Something I forgot to tell you. So I'm going to add some green chili here. So I'm using like one small green chili here. It's like a medium spicy, but it's up to you. You can use like half. You know, green chili give like a nice actually flavor into this Indian food. So I'm gonna blend this with ginger and garlic. Okay, so here I'm going to use this half of this paste here. So this is green chili, ginger and garlic. This is for meat I'm using, and half I'm gonna make for sauce. Okay, so I'm using like around like 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil here, and heating the cast iron. And here's our meat, and I'm using this London broil. So I'm gonna sear this right here. Yeah. Both. You can you can even use like some like salt and pepper. I'm just gonna put some salt on top. Just put some salt here. And when you flip this, then you can add some salt on the side too. And rub this. Yeah. And let's wait for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll flip this around. So I just saved this meat. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut them in small pieces like this. Look at this meat, looks so good, huh? So now I'm going to cut this in a cube like this. And I'm going to put this in this bowl. If you remember, I have this green chili, ginger and garlic paste. Here's the meat. I'm going to like marinate this here. So before that I'm going to add some salt. So I'm using 2 teaspoons of salt here. And let's mix all this together. We'll keep this aside. So if you remember, this is the cast iron I was heating. I was just searing this meat. So there's some like fat, you know, the oil is already here, so I'm not gonna add any oil. Right there, as you can see. So I'm gonna cook this beef here first. Oil is hot, so I'm gonna fry this beef here. Okay, it's been cooking here last 15 minutes. You can see it look like pretty good. So you know, this pan is not big enough, so I need to transfer this into bigger pot. So this is just, you know, cast iron is good like when you cook, like kind of like grill the meat. So that's what I was doing here in the cast iron. If you have bigger pot or Dutch oven, you can cook in there also and like cook all the way. So now I'm going to transfer this into bigger pot. Let's put this aside here, and I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of olive oil here. Okay, so this is 1 tablespoon of olive oil here. So it's all is hot. I'm going to transfer this meat here slowly. Be careful. At the same time I'm going to add some tomato here. So I'm using 1 cup of crushed tomato, or you can use 3 Roma tomatoes, slice them and put them here also. Okay, so mix this all well. And same time I'm going to add some chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. So this chili powder you don't have to use, because I already had like, you know, chili powder, green chili. So you can use the chili powder lesser than this, or you don't have to add right now. Okay, let's mix this together and put this lid on and cook this for medium high heat. But you have to keep stirring this also, because you don't want this to get dry and get like, get burned on the bottom. So be careful. I was planning to use pressure cooker, but this pressure cooker is smaller. I don't have big pressure cooker, and this look like it's gonna be more, and so I'm just using this big pot. It's fine. You can use a pressure cooker if you have bigger. You can use pressure cooker, or if you have less meat, because I'm using 3 pounds, you can use 1 pound, and you can just measure your recipe according to that. Also, same time you can do one thing. So I'm going to use some potatoes. See, I cut some potatoes. So these are 3 medium potato or 2 large potato. You can use red, you can use russet, you can use yellow. So I'm just going to add them here, and you don't have to. It's up to you. This is like your choice. Mix this all together. Okay, put this lid back on. Don't let this lady keep eye on my meat. What I'm going to do next, so this is our onion. I slice them, like roughly slice them. So this is like a half big onion or a 1 medium onion. So after a few minutes, I'm going to add this in the meat. So while we're waiting for that for 5 minutes, I have a 4 tablespoons of yogurt. You can try to get like a thicker one. And I have some spices here. So this is 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin seed powder, half teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of turmeric. So combine all together. I'm gonna add this all in this yogurt and all mixed together. And same time, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt here. You must be wondering, we already have add salt before, because it's a big amount, so we don't do. And I'm using sea salt, so that's why sea salt I think requires a little bit more. But salt, just you can wait, you can taste your meat, because since it's already cooked, so like cooking, so you can taste there how much salt you needed there. Then you can use according to that also. You can keep this marination aside, like yogurt and other spices. So now I'm going to add this onion here. As I say, you have to keep stirring this because you don't want this to get burnt on the bottom. You can add a little water if you need it, otherwise it's fine. Because cook this at a medium heat. Let's cook this for next maybe 15 minutes. So now time to add this spices, the yogurt. Right here. So let's mix this nicely. You add yogurt, so don't let yogurt to split. So just stir this nicely. Let this cook this for 5 more minutes. If you remember, one thing we forget, remember we saved this half of this paste, ginger, garlic, and green chili. So I forgot to add this here. So I was supposed to add this right after yogurt, or before, but it's okay. We can add right now. Mix this together. Let this cook for another 5 minutes. Then we're gonna add water. Okay, so now I'm going to add some water here. I'm going to add around 3 cups of water here. And with this meat, with this recipe, you don't need so much curry here or sauce. You just want like thicker, so which is pretty good here. So thicker, you can add like more water if you need a little. Also, or if you have chicken broth or meat stock or bone broth, you can add that instead of water. That will be great. Cover this and let this cook for until this meat get like nice and soft and tender. You can come and check in 15 to 20 minutes and see how this looks. If you have to stir it and check the meat, how tender it is, and if you see like, oh, water level is down and this meat need more time to cook, so you can add some more water or chicken broth. Okay, so let's check. So potatoes are pretty soft, see, and meat is cook also. So if you want like more softer, you can cook longer. Otherwise, for my side is done, so it's done. This is done. So this I'm cooking for tomorrow. So tomorrow we have friends coming over, but I prepared this tonight. So that way I can save some time tomorrow. Also, longer this sit, Indian food, if it longer it sits, better it tastes. When you cook, it's good to let this sit for at least 30 minutes. Then you can eat. So right now I'm gonna let it here in this pot. It's so hot all night here. And the morning I'm gonna stick this in the fridge. So tomorrow night we're having dinner with our friends. One thing I forgot, I think I'm getting over. So I need to add some garam masala on top at the end. So I'm going to add some garam masala here. Just 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Okay, so here's the garam masala just on top. You can serve this with cream on top. You can add some cream if you want, or you don't have to. Just mix this all together. This is our mughlai beef curry is done.
The beef was my favorite. It was amazing. I just really enjoyed the cilantro. I could taste all the different flavors. The cilantro, the curry, I'm bad at identifying what the flavors are. I can tell that they were different things.